Thank you. I am gathered here today to celebrate our lawful graduation. I am not your student speaker, but it was an honor just to nominate myself to make this video. I first came to law school after my father spent 9.5 months in Greene County Jail for 2 misdemeanors, only to have all charges dropped against him a couple of days prior to his court date. I thought, if I were an attorney, I could visit him more often while he's incarcerated. I didn't expect to meet such a bunch of wonderful people. I didn't expect to love you all so much. I, for real, am in love with this class as a group. And if it were possible to mass marry you like they did in Korea in the 1980s under Sung Myung-moon, I would. Commencement will mark the first time I'll have been in Arkansas since March of 2020. The last half of law school has been so strange. None of us could have expected it. Our first year, I was homeless, living in a minivan in the Walmart parking lot on MLK. I later found out that's the weird Walmart. I've been living at the weird Walmart? Why didn't anybody tell me? I would sit and read for contracts class on that metal bench that they keep up front by checkouts for people to sit and read for contracts class. I met a lot of friendly law enforcement back then. They would come up to my minivan and start knocking at 3 a.m. to ask, "Are you sleeping in there?" Well, I was, buddy. As a 2L, I got cancer because I'm a total drama queen. Stage 3 melanoma is not as glamorous as it sounds. It's all a bunch of needles and outrageous scars. As a 3L, I was homeschooled. I don't have a lot of great stuff to say about that. Although 3L year was the year that I learned that Bryn Lee and David Lee are not married. Well, they are married, but not to each other. If you'll check out my wardrobe, this is what I would look like as a Renaissance painter. I feel like Severus Snape over here in these robes. Always. Contrary to popular wisdom, I was not the lunchbox bandit, though that totally fits my MO. And now we're faced with a bit of a pickle. This pickle is from our first day of orientation and the catered lunch that we got that day from Jason's Deli. I kept it because it reminds me of you all and the first day that we met. Because I'm a sentimentalist in the craziest use of the word. I have lived with this pickle in the years since. We became roommates and I suppose friends of a sort. Now, as promised, I will eat the pickle. I'm sure there's a metaphor there about the relationships in law school and how they stay inside us forever, and not just a vague reference to cannibalism, but I don't know. That. It tastes like old salt. Like the salt lick we used to have down on the farm for the cows. Did you all ever lick on that? Well, I did. Thank you. Sincerely, the Lunchbox Bandit.